So we are live at the Eat and Greet. Stay here, wait for a couple people to join in. Hopefully they will. So we're going to come in through the front. I'll show you what's happening here. So we're at the Morgan Center, which is right across the street from the high school. And the Aquatic Center is here. We're at the meet and greet at the Morgan Center, or eat and greet, should I say. But this is what it's all about right here. So if you haven't heard about it, come on over to the Morgan Center. It's 5 to 7 tonight. There's food here. The city's here. They've got everything set up. This is the outreach side of things for City Hall. And Northport Forward usually does events like this, but we had the hurricane and different things happen. So they decided to do the Eat and Greet instead of the United Tour for Northport Forward. So we're going to check out each table as we go. We've got Public Works. How you doing? How you doing, Chuck? How'd everything go with moving the water for the hurricane?
We were well prepared for this hurricane. We dropped levels probably 3 or 4 feet in the Cocoa Plum below our wall and our retention. So we were ready for whatever it was going to throw at us.
You guys did a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, and you were all over it. We were getting broadcasts out and getting updates out to the citizens. You guys did a phenomenal job with that.
Sir. Thank you. The team really works hard.
Yeah, great job. Thanks.
Thank you.
So come and ask the Public Works all about the recycling program. We'll jump right in here. What's the recycling program all about?
Oh, it's all about separation and making sure you don't put contamination in there, my friend.
Yes, I do know that.
Yeah, I know you do.
But people need to come and check you guys out and ask questions, learn as they come in, right?
Of course. We're here. We go out to all the new residents, meet them out there at their homes, educate them on how we do our recycling program right here. And that's the next step is hopefully a transfer station, which we've talked about.
Oh, no, we did. You'll be on the show again here soon, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
Talking more about that.
Yes,
you guys do a great job. Keep up the good work. We're like one of the leaders in the industry, right?
We sure are. Guess what? We got paid last month $98 for recycling.
We got paid $98. Got paid. That's not normal, is it?
It's not normal. No one's paying. Everybody's paying, and we're getting paid.
The city of Northport got a paycheck for recycling.
$98.
All right, that's a big deal.
Hey, we didn't pay for it, so that's a good thing.
That's right. That was a positive
bonus.
Yes. Woo. Love it. Thank you. So we got economic development and communications. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good. So tell everybody who you are and what you do.
I am Laura Ansel, and I am the Marketing and Engagement Manager with the City of Northport.
Fantastic. And
I'm Jason Bartolone. I'm the Communications Manager for the City of Northport.
So how is communications in Northport, and where should people find out more information?
You can find us everywhere. Wherever you are, we try to be. So we're on social media. You can follow us on Facebook. We're on Nextdoor. If you have a Ring camera, we're on Neighbors. We're on Twitter. You can follow us at our email newsletter, Community. You can sign up. You can go to our website, on the Northport City website, and sign up to get our emails. That's how a lot of people found out about this event and everything that's going on in Northport.
Fantastic. Appreciate that.
You got it.
And we got a superstar in our house. Mr. Matthews, how you doing?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
Oh, no. Listen, I said we have a superstar, but we have beauty, too. See? So how's the insurance business in Northport?
Wonderful, wonderful.
How's it been a business owner in Northport?
It's been good. It's a good place to work.
Good place to work. And how about those the Vols? How are they doing?
The Vols are doing good.
Yeah, and I knew you were smiling the other night, weren't you?
Yep, they beat Alabama.
Yeah, that felt good, didn't it?
Yeah, really good.
How long that been? Like 12
Well, we
years?
made them 2 years ago, but it's like 2 out of 20. So
Yeah,
been a while.
It's been a while. Good job. Talk to you.
good to see you.
Nice to see you too. So what table are we?
So this is finance, and I'm lucky to have our city manager with us as well.
Fantastic.
Yes, and what we're talking about at this table and for the exercise that they're doing is that this authority would only apply to revenue bonds and not to general obligation bonds, which means if we were ever going to have a project that we were going to pay for with property tax revenue, we'd still come to the voters and ask them for permission.
It's really important to have this referendum pass.
Yes.
I've done a lot of shows on it. We've had citizens say, you got too much. And then guess what? We have citizens that come up and say, I don't know anything about it. They really need to get on the website and check things out before they vote.
It is an important referendum, and I encourage everyone to please get out and vote.
Fantastic. Thank you for your time. Appreciate you. We got two great gentlemen here. He's not mic'd up, and I know he's ready to be, but how you doing? I can't shake. I'm filming. But Northport Forward in the house. How you doing, Carmine?
How you doing, John? And
Good.
Northport Forward in the house as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tandem. But Northport Forward would have done this event, but because of the hurricane, they have it here. So what do you think about this?
I think I'm happy to see the roof is being done.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have talked about it, so I hear them working. And
You see inside?
I didn't go.
Floor in there. They're about to put it.
I didn't
So
go.
the floor, wait a minute, Sean.
Whoa, no, not. Don't tell Sean yet. Tell Sean we're gonna put out a picture that we just saw. We're gonna put it online to show the progress of it. But they got the wood stacked up in the floor on the floor.
Oh, so it's getting climatized.
We need to show him that the wood is in the building and the people are on the building.
Yes.
On top fixing it.
I'll make sure I highlight that.
Progress.
So
Yes.
anything to tell the citizens while it's early voting?
Yes, please go vote, please. Important decisions at hand. Go
And
vote.
read about the referendum, right?
Absolutely. Please learn before you go vote. Yes, read, get your information right. However you vote, just get informed.
Can they get that at Northport?
Northport Forward?
Yeah, can they get it done?
They can get into our website. There's an op-ed out there that kind of explains some of the stuff. But also, there's the city has been passing out a lot of these get the work done, a lot of FAQs, frequently asked questions to help the citizens understand what this is about and the importance of it. And, just get educated. And if you feel you want to vote for it, please get out and vote. If not, that's your prerogative.
I see a lot of fresh faces. Oh my gosh!
I loved your little video today.
You did?
Very cute. Did you see my heart?
Yes, I did. It was good. So Barbara Langdon in the house. Commissioner Langdon, how you doing?
Gosh, well, I'm doing great.
What do you think about this event?
This is awesome. What a very clever way of getting people out. And you have to go through the educational process before you get the food.
Yeah,
That's
so
really.
it's really cool. And we're going through each and every table, but I like the setup.
I do too.
A lot of fresh faces here too.
A lot of what?
Fresh faces. New people, new citizens.
I love seeing that.
I'm gonna hit them up too. I talked to Steve and his wife and about being the business owner side, but I'm gonna try to catch some of the new citizens' faces and get them involved.
That's great.
Thank you.
Glad you're here, Joe.
Thank you.
Doing your thing.
Thanks, Barbara. I appreciate it. Hey, can I ask you a couple questions?
Sure.
How long you been a Northport citizen?
About a year.
About a year.
Uh-huh.
So this would be like your first eat and greet, right?
Yes.
Because I don't think we've had one of these before. This is kind of a cool concept, isn't it?
Very cool.
Or do you like the idea of being able to come and ask staff like
I
this?
do. I think it's very people friendly.
What is something, since you've been here a year, what is something that you would like to see the city either get or do something different? Is there anything or do you enjoy what you've moved into?
I was going to say, I see the police presence very active. I'm very happy with what I've seen in the schools and busing. Seems like it's a very people-forward city to move to.
That's a great line. I love that line. Thank you so much. What's your name?
Kim.
Kim, nice to meet you. I'm John Rawlings with WKDW Radio.
Nice
So
to
I
meet
do
you.
a lot of live on Facebook.
Okay.
And KDW Radio 97.5 is the emergency broadcasting network for the city. We just made that deal.
Good to know.
So that's turn your dial to us if there's another hurricane. Thank you. Appreciate your time. So checking these things out. They're still talking at this table about the public works and recycling. They've got all kinds of magnets that you can come get and little trash cans, reminder trash cans. So can I ask you a question, by the way? Say, I see you voted today, and I did too. So that's a really important, right?
Yes.
So as a citizen, how long have you lived in Northport?
2.5 years.
2.5 years. What's special about Northport to you?
It's a big little city. I don't want to steal Reno, Nevada's saying, but the biggest little. It's smaller than Chicago, safer than Chicago. Sorry, have to say that because I live there. It is very clean, very safe. Newer buildings, newer stores. It's just and yet you have these huge parks, and there's a lot to do.
We have a great park system.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've been to the Aquatic. This is the first time that I'm here. I voted today. I love our library. It's just great.
Fantastic. So is there something you would like to see brought into Northport?
More nursing jobs. No.
Nursing jobs?
Yeah, there's not a lot of medical care here. There's like clinics and stuff.
So do you want some good news?
But I think Welland Park.
Well, Welland Park's getting a hospital, and they've already got there's a second one coming.
Okay.
So you've got the Sarasota Memorial Hospital coming soon, and the HCA, and then another one on Sumter. It's at Sarasota Memorial Hospital, and then we have the memory clinic that's opening up on Toledo Blade. And then we have the emergency room on Toledo Blade for Sarasota Memorial.
It's only because of jobs, not that
No, it's great.
No, you have to have help.
My wife is a nurse, so when we moved here, we had to drive to Sarasota Memorial to work, and so we're so much looking forward to the hospitals here.
I moved here and I could not do that commute anymore, so I'm looking around here. And I'll probably end up.
Well, we'll talk more.
I'll work and retire here probably. That's probably.
Yeah, well, afterwards, before I leave or before you leave, find me again. I'll give you my card.
Okay.
I got my hands full now, but
Yes.
I look forward to meeting you. What's your name again? Judy. Nice talking with you. So we've got Q&As here. We've got all kinds of things happening on roads and different things. And this is a great opportunity for you to show up and learn more about your city, ask questions, and have something to eat afterwards. And it's just fantastic. The Atlanta Braves are here in the house. Isn't it Atlanta? Oh no, you're with water. You're with the water department. You look like an old baseball player.
I've been accused of worse.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. So, what's going on in the water department?
All kinds of things are always going on. The growth is obviously incredible, and then the rehabilitation, some of this old infrastructure is part of what we need to do with some of the money, hopefully, that gets passed.
But we're really attacking the upgrade side of things, aren't we?
Absolutely. That's what this part of this is all about.
Yeah, and it's fantastic.
Maintaining what we have.
Fantastic. I appreciate your time. Would you encourage everybody to come out and learn more?
Absolutely.
This is a really cool thing.
If you stop learning in your life, that might be time to check out.
Yeah, that's right.
It's my motto.
There you go, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Come and check it out. Ask questions, learn. We've got all kinds of things happening. What are you guys doing here?
We're just checking it out.
Just checking it out. How old are you guys?
18.
18. So about to vote, or did you vote?
I'm not registered yet, but I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, you should. Always should vote. Always should be involved. So you guys still in high school?
College.
College. So what are you taking in college?
Biochem.
Biochem?
Pre-professional sciences, but I'm thinking of chemistry.
Awesome. So what brought you in here today?
To be honest, okay. I work at Santa Maria Oyster Bar in Northport. It's the one that opened like half a year ago.
I was there for lunch. It's fantastic.
Oh, good to hear. And I saw that on our host stand, he had a flyer describing this event, and I thought that it would be interesting to come here, and I brought this guy with me.
Fantastic.
My brother works at Zito, so that's something too, I guess.
Yeah, there you go, Zito. So you have, do you like the engagement side of things with staff?
Yes, actually.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And as young voters, it's important that you guys have better paying jobs here and things like that, right? So it's good. The city of Northport's really trying really hard to bring those higher paying jobs here and really promote that out. But it's important to have the Anna Maria Oyster Bar. That fantastic food, fantastic environment. You guys do a great job. Zeno's Pizza, it's all good, right?
I'm going back to Applebee's though.
All right. Yeah. Applebee's is a good place too. Fantastic. Well, get involved. We highly encourage you to get involved, but I'm glad you're here, getting your education so that you can register to vote so you can vote next time. Very important.
And, it says that John, is that your name?
I'm John, yes.
Well, the name of Anna Maria Oyster Bar's owner? John Horn.
John Horn, yep. Fantastic, great job. And I enjoy it there. Having them part of our community. They've been busy. I think they're busy all the time.
Oh yes, they are. I would know.
Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, guys. So we've got fire rescue here. We've got all kinds of stuff happening as far as the EOC. These two were part of the EOC and they're part of the leadership. And it's really important that the city gets updates from the EOC and how they all work together. It was amazing. I was there broadcasting live. To me, it's another level to appreciate the experience, the staff that we have, and the dedication they have to the citizens of Northport. So hopefully we'll come back to them and get some insight. But I'm going to slide over here to the economic side of things. I'm going to get Vinny on here. So Vinny, tell us a little bit about the economic side of Northport. What's happening?
Northport is flourishing from an economic development perspective. In last fiscal year, which ended on October 1st, we had nearly 280 new businesses open their doors in the city of Northport. And we're hoping to beat that this coming fiscal year. People are moving here, they're getting younger, they're getting more affluent, and they want to work for themselves. We've got 3 million square feet of industrial light warehouse coming online. I'm sure you see the development over at Toledo Blade 975. It's beautiful. It's jobs. And
great paying jobs.
Yes, and 90% of our workforce commutes outside of the city to go to work every day. It'd be great to be able to live here, drop your child off at early learning, and then just drive to work and stay in the same city. And that's what we're shooting for. We're going to get there.
So, you just brought in the early learning. Let's talk about the upcoming events that you have with childcare and why that's so important as far as the economic development side of things.
It's crucial. It is at the heart of workforce, and workforce is at the heart of economic development. And we have a capable workforce here in Northport. So I believe November 19th, Northport Forward has been so gracious as to host the Early Learning Coalition of Sarasota County and some of their committee members. There is a new business tax credit where the state will supplement either you paying for an employee's early learning or providing early learning yourself, like King Plastic is going to do at their facility.
Right.
And they will supplement up to $3,000 a year per employee. So we're going to talk about that, and we're not going to stop until we resolve the child care desert issue in our region, specifically Northport.
We have a big child care deficit.
Yes, we do.
We really do. And I was super excited to be part of Northport Forward and super excited about the new topic. I think it's great. And if the citizens want to get involved, what would you suggest?
Join an advisory board. Our advisory boards need members. PZAB needs members. Community Economic Development Advisory Board needs members. Get involved. Be a part of Northport University. Those are our future leaders. You can learn all about city government. You can always email us at economicdevelopment@northportfl.gov. Follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook, Economic Development. We post content every day, relevant, recent content. And it's not the city's, it's the city's economic development. So,
and you guys work hard for the citizens, don't you?
Yes, we do.
And this is extra and over and beyond. And what do you think of this layout? This is pretty cool. For the first time doing it like this,
yeah,
I think this is going to have to happen again.
Yeah. information is power, and it's up to us to provide information, but it's up to the residents to go out and get that information, not off of Facebook. Go to the source and make up your own mind.
Fantastic. Thanks. Thanks. Appreciate it. So we'll slide over here. I'm going to switch hands for a second just to get my thumb a little bit of a rest, but all kinds of things happening here. We got new faces. That, if I could say anything over and over again, the new faces that I see getting involved in picking up information about our government, it's essential that these things happen. And, you know, we're here until 7 o'clock. Staff is dedicated to that. The food is here 5 to 7. Come and eat and enjoy. Fantastic. Northport PD shirts are being given out. The fire department shirts are being given out. We'll come back here. They're still talking, but we'll see if we can slide in. Fantastic. So here's Northport PD information you can get there. This is critical that people get out here and be part of it and learn and get involved. The information that gets put out in these events is not just the average information that you see on the website. There's more. There's integral parts of the involvement of the city and the police department, the fire department, and just at all levels. So if we can find somebody else to talk to real quick. So I'm going to get an update from you.
How are you doing?
I'm good. So tell the citizens who you are.
Hi, I am Tricia Wisner, the Assistant Director of Public Works.
Fantastic. And you have a map here. What are you going over with the citizens about this?
So one of the things that we see in Northport, it's difficult to get across the city. And after Ian, we knew that it was very difficult when Price was not functioning properly.
Correct.
So one of the long-term goals that the city has is a connectivity plan. This map shows some of the connections that we know are vital for our community to help get through without ever even getting onto Price. So we have some different bridges that we're looking at to install over the years that will help with connectivity so that we don't have isolated communities. The first one we're working on is north of the Snover between Cranberry and Chamberlain by Stockton Avenue. So we'll have an alternate route so that you can get through in case there's any reason that you can't get to Price.
And that is important. And I'm sure that you learned that not from the last two, but Ian
was difficult, but this plan was actually in place before Ian. It was approved by commission before Ian. So we had identified this problem. We have not identified funding yet. So this is one of those things that as the city grows and we're looking for opportunities to fund vital projects, this may be considered a vital project for our community going forward.
And this is really great information for the citizens to know and hear in advance.
Yes. And this information is online. So if anybody's ever looking for projects that Public Works has planned, hopeful, looking for funding, identifying opportunities and grants, we have a long list on our website.
Would you say that we go over and beyond to try to get the content out the best you can?
We sure try. I know that I hear often from people, I didn't hear about that, but if you look at Facebook, if you look at any social media content, if you're looking at our website, we're really putting information out there. But if you see something that's missing, let us know. Because if you're asking that question, someone else is probably asking that question, and we want to get that information to you.
I'm on social media with all this stuff, and I have you guys on a lot, and that's important. But it's more important that the citizens go to the source. Yes. Instead of counting on people in social media, these different groups that are out there. You still should be dedicated enough as a citizen to do your own research, right?
I greatly appreciate when someone says, they call me up and say, hey, I read this on the Northport Concern site or this other site. Is it true? And we can walk through, what is true, maybe what is misconstrued a little bit. Maybe it's 100% true, but it's better to hear it one place and to get the details. And we may be able to add more details to it to help you understand what's happening in your community.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the update.
Thank you so much for all you do.
All right, thank you. So we'll slide back down. We'll see if we can get a second. Citizens talking is a big thing. Just the involvement that I see tonight, this is amazing. Amazing. We'll slide back here real quick.
Oh, well, hello, John. How are you?
As far as the EOC is concerned, we got lots of practice the last month.
We did.
So what would you tell people is the most important part about learning more about the EOC?
Oh, my goodness. We do a lot of preparing to get ready. So we're always training together, exercising together, so that when the EOC is activated, we come together, we work together really well to get the resources that we need, to get the information out to keep people safe, and to get ready to clean up, right? So now we're in the recovery process for Milton. So we're helping coordinate that too.
I was in for Helene. I was in for Milton. The minute I walked in the door for Milton when we checked in at 6 o'clock in the morning, I knew it was different.
Yeah.
And you guys were different.
Uh-huh.
But you took both storms seriously. They were just at different levels. I asked one question inside the EOC, were we ready? And everybody said yes. Can you assure us that you guys were actually all over resources and preparing?
Yes. And then when we didn't receive the impacts, then we spent all the next day canceling the hundreds of resource orders we put in because we didn't need it anymore. And then those resources can go to places like Tampa, city of Sarasota that actually needed it. So we were ready. We had resources coming and we had to divert them elsewhere because luckily we didn't need all of the things that we had requested. But we were ready to go.
It was very impressive. I love being part of the team and being inside.
We love having you.
But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. But to me, tons of respect. And people need to ask more questions of you guys so they understand it on the street and really when the fear sits in during hurricane season so that they're prepared. And being prepared for a hurricane, they can get that information online, can't they?
Oh, they sure can. So Northport FLDECA /emergency management has all of your hurricane preparedness needs.
Awesome. Thank you for your time. Appreciate
Thank you so much for being here.
Got anything to add?
It's been a busy season. I'm ready for this season to be over, but we are still constantly preparing. And then once hurricane season is over, the EOC, emergency management, we don't shut down. We take it into account after actions, everything we learned from these past ones, and we get ready for the next ones.
Fantastic.
So we're constantly working.
Well, I appreciate it all the time I got to spend with both of you because I learned all the time. Thank you. So we'll try to we'll slide over here. I got way too much power on this side over here. So we got the chief and the deputy chief. I'll let them introduce themselves.
I am Chief Garrison, and this is my good friend, Deputy Chief Chris Morales.
Yes. So why is it so important for citizens to come out here and learn more about the police department?
Well, it's an opportunity for them to come and ask questions. You know, I know people always have a question or two, and it's good to come and talk to us face to face and get the information that they need.
Fantastic. We do a show together. And it's really important for you guys to work with the community in different facets. Shop with the cop, different things that you guys do to have that connection. We've got all kinds of things that you do. How do you guys feel about that when you work back with the citizens?
That's the best part of this job. Don't forget, us as officers, we're the community just as much as the community that we work for. We are the community. So working together and working for the better of this community, making it a better place, taking care of the children. The children here are our future, right? So taking care of families, taking care of each other, working together, humanizing law enforcement officers with the community. That's what we strive on, to make people come to us, not walk away from us.
So I'm going to ask a tough question, but an easy question for you guys. Why is it so important for us to, as citizens, look forward and plan for a new EOC and the new police department?
But we're completely out of space right now for us to continue growing as a police department. And as you know, our city is growing faster than we've ever seen before. So it's by providing the resources and facilities, it helps provide a safer community. It gives our officers and our support staff area to work in, to investigate crimes and do what's needed behind the scenes.
You know, I said something the other day and spoke a couple times at City Hall, but people need to realize that we've had a commission that has kept our rate down for 5 straight years, and we're still moving forward. We're still moving projects, and you guys are still housing more of the police force in the smaller building.
That's correct.
How tough is that?
It's very tough because we've converted all the office space into, like closet space and conference space into office space. So people are working in areas that were not designed to even be worked in. And then we have our workforce displaced in different areas. So, you have certain areas, certain units that are not working cohesively together. They're scattered throughout. And that's very difficult operationally for people to actually even investigate cases if they're scattered around. So it's important that we have a facility in an area big enough that can house all of our workforce.
And you guys don't necessarily work inside the EOC, but you guys have your own building and your own facility. How do those two operations work together, being in 2 different locations?
Well, the EOC is it's one component, right? It manages the entire emergency operation. So you have police operations, which is completely separate. But we found, like, especially during these last storms, we've grown to such a size that we don't have a safe facility to house our first responders. We've outgrown our facilities to withstand a storm. So the problem is that's another issue. Our building cannot handle the amount of people that we have when we have to house them here for a hurricane or any type of natural disaster.
So touch on that, because I don't think the citizens really know what you're talking about right now.
So when we go to an operational mode or emergency mode for storms, we bring all of our staff in to the police department, and then we hunker down there until after the storm so we can immediately respond to emergencies once the coast is clear. With that being said, we don't have a facility safe anymore that can house everybody. So like during this last storm, we had people scattered throughout the city.
That had to be tough.
And it's very tough. So this last storm was really an eye-opener to the fact that we've gotten to that point where we don't have people to house, bed down and sleep while the other side of the police department's out there.
Well, we'll be doing more shows and talking about that more in 25, because we're going to open some eyes in 25.
Contrary to popular belief, the police department doesn't have big, large recliners like the fire department and nice, cozy beds like the fire department, right? So our cops, when they come in storms, are sleeping on the ground. And we just don't have enough hall space anymore.
That's not, but I love the comparison, because they're 2 different organizations, run 2 totally different ways. But when it comes to an emergency management side of things, you have to, as a chief and deputy chief, trying to find a way to work these things out so that you can get back on the street.
Absolutely.
Do you shut down at 45 miles an hour too?
We do, yes.
Yeah, so it's important for people to understand every aspect of what you're talking about in the storm. I hope we do a show on that. We'll get more involved. All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you. So as far as police department, we've had a lot of insight there, and we'll grab the chief of police here, and we'll ask some key questions. So he's talking with citizens now, and this is the key to this whole thing. If you can look down through their scattered faces throughout that we have not seen before, it is very important that you, the citizens, tell other people, come out here, get involved, be part of this whole process. I would highly encourage everyone to look at Northport Forward. Staying involved with all of your other groups out there, Northport Friendly Neighbors and Northport. The Bobby Shotties of the world and Megans, who are sharing the content, who are being very supportive. Some of these groups that are out there that aren't sharing the group yet, whether I've joined your group or not, let me know. 941-391-4663. Some of the pages that are out there that aren't sharing the content no matter what, ditch them. Go to another source. Don't always count on one page. Go to multiple pages. Go to the city. Get your information directly from the city and work it backwards. Learn. They're here to educate. They're here to support all your questions and anything that you may have. But it's very important that we go through the process and see what's happening. So typically now, let's walk over here. We'll check out the outside. We've got kids playing. You got people going to the outside. I'm going to show you the food that's outside. It's really cool to have that happen. And that's kind of the most important thing is food. But I got to tell you, the Italian food that they've got here, I could smell the garlic as soon as I got here. The garlic, whoo! So we've got Anna Maria Oyster Bar was there for lunch. Oh, that looks delicious. Where's the garlic smell coming from? My goodness. Is this the garlic guy right here? Oh my gosh, look at this food. I'm not eating yet because I got my hands full. Who are you and where are you from?
Zio's 1221 Pizzeria, Northport.
Zio's, gotta love them. Gotta love them.
Corner of Price and Sumter.
Nice. I appreciate you being out here. It's fantastic. Yeah. How's the feedback?
So far, so good.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Man, look at this. What are you making here?
I'm making a stuffed plantain with ropa vieja, which is a shredded beef.
Oh, this is my good friend right here. How you doing? Doing fantastic.
Yeah, just building those over here on the spot for everybody as well.
All right, so we got Sabor. And tell us why your restaurant is named Sabor and why the numbers are there so that people understand.
So I want everybody to flavor or taste Puerto Rico, and the dimensions of the island of Puerto Rico are 100 miles by 35 miles. So I want everybody just to truly understand that what we're putting in, we're creating new dishes every day, but they're based from the bottom of our heart. And it's somehow an interpretation of a Puerto Rican flavor or culture in every dish.
Fantastic.
Just like we're building right here.
Where's your restaurant at?
1083 North Toledo Blade. It's on the same plaza as the Pink Tequila, Little Caesars as well is. We're on the corner right there, right next to the bagel shop. And we're open 7 days a week. We open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. most days. And then on the weekends, we also serve brunch as well.
The brunch is fantastic.
We go open at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we serve brunch until 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Fantastic. Great job. I appreciate you being out. Thanks for supporting a city event like this. It's fantastic. Thank you. Anna Maria Oyster Bar. The fish and chips is my favorite.
We are from Casa de Uruguay.
Yes. They're just fantastic.
We are a food truck.
Oh, Casa. Oh, wait. That wrong table. Wrong table. All right. No. So where are you at? The food trucks. I love food trucks.
How are you today?
I'm good.
With Pablo and Veronica from Casa de Uruguay. We are a food truck. We located in Norfolk. We move around Norfolk, Portalo, Punta Gorda, and we know how exactly place to stay. We move around.
Yep.
So you can guys check it out us on Facebook or Instagram. Just looking for Casa de Uruguay. Yeah, we have menus here.
Here, a little bit of our story or information.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
We make awesome burgers.
Oh.
Steaks, empanadas, milanesas.
Fantastic.
We make a ribeye bowl, chicken bowl. We make a milanesa. It's like chorizo. We use a steak.
Yeah.
So it's like we make a sandwich and then chorizo. We make a milanesa napolitana with mozzarella, cheese, tomato sauce, and ham. It's chorizo in the bottom. So serve it with French fries. We make a lot of stuff. We also make it chorizo. It's a sausage, Argentina sausage. We make it with chimichurri and chimichurri, there's tomato and mayonnaise. And also we make the empanadas, a lot of flavors. We got beef and cheese, we got buffalo chicken, we got regular chicken. Sometimes we make a ribeye empanada.
Fantastic.
Le mignon empanadas.
Man, you guys got a menu.
All kind of empanadas.
We make a lot of different empanadas.
So do you ever go to the STC Shannon Stop Library to go through that?
You're talking about the library in Norfolk?
Yes.
We've been there before.
Fantastic.
We did a couple different events.
Fantastic.
I don't know if they keep doing it right
They,
now.
they are. I think they're going to get ready to start it back up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
probably sign up with them.
I will definitely find you though. So I'm going to come and get a menu when I'm done, and I'll post it on Facebook for you.
Sure,
okay.
absolutely.
I look forward to talking to you more off camera. How about that? Thank you so much. Fantastic. You're doing a great job. Thanks for being here. All right, we got. I got mixed up, so I said I was over there, and I said Anna Maria Oysterberg. She goes, no. So I was there for lunch today and had my favorite fish and chips. Oh my gosh, your fish is amazing. And you have all you can eat fish on Monday nights for $17.99, right? Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna eat all day. I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna eat all night. Yes. But I love the fact that you're here in our city, and you know it's amazing to go in and sit. I was sitting outside, and you guys had enough fans and enough air moving that we all sat outside very comfortably today. Yes, so it's fantastic.
We're happy.
Nice job.
Happy to be here
And you guys have been pretty busy. I mean, since you opened your doors.
Oh yes. He's a chef there.
I know. He fixed my TV the other night.
You got that right.
Yeah, he remembers me. I'm sure. You know this old bald guy. It's hard to forget this face.
You know you can't forget that face.
That's
One
right.
of a kind.
That's right. I hope so. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Where are you guys at? Just so you tell everybody.
I'm in Bradenton, Florida.
Yep.
And I work with the home office.
All right.
And I'm a chef in Northport.
Northport, and it's right next to the. It's not the Budget Inn now. It's
It's American Value.
Merrick's Values Inn. The old family table they've converted over, and I love the family table. Oh, but listen, I'm going to tell you what, they've done some amazing things. So if you haven't been, go check it out. They do a great job there,
right.
And the food's wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you so much. The outside tiki bar was amazing. Yes. Nice to have. So we're going to slide back inside. I want to see if I can get the chief of fire, Chief Titus, on and see what's going on with him. You're not talking to him. No. Mrs. Poole in the house. Yes, sir. We got the Pools in the house. How you doing?
What?
Mr. Poole, how you doing?
How you doing?
Are you still doing your comedy?
I sure am.
When's your next one?
I've got first weekend in January up in Sun City Center.
Wow, fantastic. Are you still doing the cruise?
Yes, we are.
Fantastic. So I'm gonna have to tell Little John I ran into you guys. Yeah. So Little John is actually the technical theater director at Ball State University now.
Good for him.
He graduated with his master's degree at Kent State last year and got hired on at Ball State University. So he's doing fantastic. The girls my granddaughters are doing fantastic, and
Granddaughters?
yeah, he's got 2 now.
The last one I saw was about this tall. That tall.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, she's 6 now, and Ellie is doing great, and FET is having a great time, and they're just enjoying life. But I'll make sure. And Michael's actually living up in Ohio now, so I got John in Indiana and Michael in Ohio.
John was in Indiana.
John was in Ohio. Yeah, he was up in the Akron area, Cuyahoga Falls, and so he's moved out of there and moved over to Muncie, Indiana, which was a real change.
Yeah.
Because it's a different town, but they're really adapting. It's a cool town to live in. So it's nice seeing you. What do you think Northport should do? You've been here a long time, so
They should keep doing all the good things that they have been doing and not listening to the naysayers.
Well, wow, that was great information.
Serious.
And you know what? I interviewed Rick Severance. Oh, the mic heater. I interviewed Mike Severance up at Welland Park, and he said he pays attention to the people who are the 98%, and they usually don't talk. But because he's doing such great things, the 98% of the community up there is loving what they're doing at Welland Park. I feel the same way here.
Yeah, I do too. People say we don't have enough parks, we don't have enough for the kids to do. Drive around.
Or go get yourself a playbook and see how many parks we actually have.
Well, that's what we just got one of those for something else, and just going through, I was surprised. I didn't know they had that many facilities.
I know. It's crazy. It's a great place to live. You guys have been part of the community for how many years now? 03. Wow.
So 20 years.
So 23 years. So you've been through it all. You've seen it.
Here when Sumter was single lane.
Yep, me too.
And there was no Walmart.
No Walmart. We watched all this come in.
Nothing south of Sumter.
Well, I'm glad you said what you said, because it's important for the city to hear that, but it's also important for the citizens who watch and listen in to do the same, because it's important to be part of it.
Yeah, because negative voices scream louder than happy people.
I agree with that. I agree with that. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Stop eating my mic. I love the fact that you're still active, and I love it. I think it's fantastic. So keep going.
Where'd you get the handle?
Amazon.
Oh, okay. I got those from other stuff.
Amazon. They're nice. They have a little foam piece to put on them to look like a real mic, but I just let it go. Just do the I don't. Stop talking about my baldness. Hey, it's nice seeing y'all. So we'll get with the chief. He's talking, as you can see, the engagement that you have with citizens and the involvement that's here. And I'll just film this a little bit. You can watch the interaction, because the citizens of Northport engaging. We've got the police department. They've got 2 citizens over there doing the engagement right now. The food out front. If you have not been to check this out, please come out. The food is amazing out there. It smells just fresh and ready to go. You saw some of it being made. It's important to support the city when it does stuff like this. The engagement's really a key part to this whole thing. I'm going to see if I can get Danny Fitton to come over here. I'm going to put Danny Fitton on the line here. I'm going to give you the mic, because I'm going to interview you a little bit.
Okay.
So, who are you with?
Northport Sun, Daily Sun Media.
So why is it important for people to stay in the know with the Sun through the articles you put out and the connection that they should have?
You got to stay informed about the stuff that's going on in your own backyard. I mean, that's it. Obviously, the stuff going on at a state, national level, crucial to know that information. But this is the stuff that really affects you. Here in the city of Northport, because this charter referendum that we're talking about right now, all the time in the newspaper, all the time, wherever it may be, very important, because this can directly impact you as a resident of the city. And ultimately, it's up to you which way you guys vote, but, just stay informed so you can make an informed decision.
A lot of new faces in this room tonight, wasn't there?
I'm very impressed by the turnout. This city held a good event, and getting the guys from the fire rescue, the police here, utilities I know is here. Yep. This is something that will impact them all. And I did have a question. I was, basically asking communication staff, like, how are you guys kind of going about this without promoting the referendum? Because obviously you could promote the information, the facts and everything, but you cannot by law try to get people to vote in a certain way. And all these tables, I've been to each of them. They're just delivering the facts.
Education.
So I haven't heard, at least from what I've heard, I haven't heard any of the staff members here being like, oh, you need to vote this way, you need to do this. To be honest, guys, I haven't heard anything like that. I've been hearing them saying facts, saying statistics, saying numbers, and that's it. That's what it is.
And that's important. That actually is important for people to hear from the newspapers out here covering the event, writing stories about the event. And you're not here to spy on the staff, but it's
well, I kind of am, to be honest.
But yeah, in a sense, because you don't want them to do that.
No.
But if they did, you'd write about it.
I don't want to have to work that hard. No. All jokes aside, but seriously, like, because I think a lot of people may have seen the communication from the city and been like, oh, what's going on here? And I think it's just ultimately, this is a pretty big topic on our referendum. And I think it sort of seems to me like they just kind of want to know, they kind of want people to know what they're voting for.
Well, I think having 2 hurricanes back to back, losing one of the facilities, this wasn't designed to do this. But this was really implemented in because they had one of the buildings get damaged. So Northport Ford couldn't host the event and do an educational out. So they decided to have a eat and greet and promote like almost all of the services that they have. So they're not single filing any one topic. There's multiple topics to be had here.
There is, and that's the thing. There is a lot of work clearly that needs to be done in the city of Northport, and ultimately the commissioners, they said that they feel as though this is the right direction to go in, and now the staff are just giving the facts behind it and saying, water control structures, for example, are an issue. This is an issue, et cetera, and
From a reporter standpoint, why do you enjoy covering Northport?
I was born and raised here, so I'm a Northport kid through and through. I love it. The city means a lot to me, so that's why I like covering it so much. But then I think away from that too, I think we've just got such a passionate community of people that are extremely involved. Obviously, I've got certain people that go to a lot of the meetings that I talk to very frequently. The likes of someone like Robin San Vicente, Pam Tokars, Chuck English, these guys that are really putting in the hard yards and going to all these meetings. By the way, I'm excluding a couple people, so I do apologize. But it's them along with all of the other people that are also tuning into the live streams and getting involved on social media, reading The Sun, tuning into 97.5. This community cares, and that's why I love covering it so much.
Fantastic. I appreciate your time, man.
Of course.
Thanks, buddy.
Good talking, John.
All right. So check out the Northport Sun, get involved there, stay in the know, read more articles. Danny does a great job staying in the know and keeping people in the know. And we'll see if we can get Chief. We'll see if we can get Chief to come over and do a quick talk, and then we'll finish up. But the people that are here, it's amazing to me to see so many fresh faces and the involvement that's part of the process of education about what your city is doing. While this is all part of the referendum and different things like that, education about the referendum is not telling people how to vote. It is clearly trying to educate people on what the policies are and what we don't have that other cities do have and why they're so important. And then you go vote. It's not, here's how to vote. There's no information here about that. Just like there's no information on recycling. And the great news about the recycling program is we got $98 back, and nobody does that. So we actually got paid to do our recycling program where no other city does that. So be proud about that, boast about that, and be part of it. So we'll see if we can slide in here and get Chief Titus on. Chief Titus, can you jump on for a second?
Of course, Sean. How are you doing?
I'm good. So why is this so important for people to come out here and meet with you guys and learn more about the fire department?
So tonight we're it's the great thing about it is just answer questions about anything. So there's a lot of questions about services we provide, the things we do in the community, where we've been in the past, where we're going in the future, and things like that. And so, of course, there's discussion tonight about referendum. We've had some questions on that, but we're mostly really just interacting with people and telling them about what we do.
Cool event.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a great job.
I don't think we've had an eat and greet before, have we?
No, I've been here for a long time. We've not had one.
I think this is a cool concept. We should do this again.
I do love it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of fresh faces here, a lot of new questions, a lot of involvement. Even people, Steve Matthews and his wife were here, and all states represented, and business sides, the business adventure side of things. That's a really important part, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. And attracting businesses to this community is so important now because as we've grown and as Northport was created as a kind of a bedroom community, and so a lot of the burden falls on single residential homes, and the goal is to bring in more commercial industrial in the appropriate places, so it kind of spreads that out because it's very difficult as fast as we're growing, as large as our population becomes, for the homeowners to continue to burden that long term, that cost. That needs to be spread a little better. And that's the drive and the push for economic development, to bring in different businesses and things like that. So,
fantastic.
Yeah.
I got to spend a lot of time with you in the OC.
Yes, you did.
You talked and then you ran down the hallway and you can't try to come back. Tell that story real quick.
So you asked me, it was 5 o'clock the night the storm was coming in. So we were just a couple hours from landfall. And you asked me a very specific question. You said, Chief, at this point, do you think there's any chance we get a little bit of grace from this, or we get lucky? And I answered you pretty affirmatively with all the information that I had and said, no, I mean, at this point, we're pretty much locked in. It could jog a little left, it could jog a little right, but we're going to take the direct hit. And, I kind of went down through the list of all the things that they'd been saying all along, 12 to 14 inches of rain, 10 to 15 foot storm surge, which a lot of the community here doesn't think we're affected by storm surge, but we are. It comes up in tidal areas. There was a significant portion of Old Town that would have been, of city proper that would have had some water and flooding. And then, of course, the sustained winds. And after I left you, and I remember I even said something, I'd love to be proved wrong. And I walked down to the EOC and I looked at the TV, the bottom half of the storm was gone. I said, what happened? Is there something wrong with the TV? And they said, no, it's wind shear. And that wind shear kind of took off the impact of the storm. We still took that direct hit, but the impact here was so much less than what it could have been. And even the surrounding areas that got impacted pretty badly, it was supposed to be so much worse. And so I said, I think next time I saw you, I said, I became the least credible person in Northport there for a little bit, but I'm actually really glad about it. We have to tell people what we think is going to come, and we had good information, and we really, really lucked out. So
it's important for people to hear this story, because after that storm, there are some people in our city that said, I knew it wasn't going to happen. Nothing's ever going to happen. And they overreacted. I talked to the EOC leadership. We were prepared for the worst, first off.
Of course, absolutely.
And that storm was supposed to be the worst for us.
It really, really was.
And so knowing that we were ready, knowing that you guys were already in high gear, and knowing that you walked down the hallway and then walked back to me and said, I need to correct it, was awesome, actually, for us, because our city, in talking with you, I think one of the things that you said to me was, our city's not going to look the same if we get a direct hit. And our city is okay. And people need to realize that too.
And we really did get so lucky. And the worrisome thing of a storm like this is when you do have all of that, and they're sure, and we're going to take a direct hit and all that. The people that stayed and some of the naysayers, the worrisome thing is that reinforces the belief that next time that they don't, we don't need to go. We were here through.
We survived that one. Exactly. No, you didn't.
And so I caution people, and I say we really, really. I think I might have even said something to you in the interview about divine intervention would be really nice. And
yes.
Maybe there was a little bit of that for us. You always hate to wish it on somebody else. Obviously, some of our coastal communities and north and south of us got hit really hard, but we were very fortunate. So I always tell people still, if we say evacuate, if we say this is coming, that's what they should prepare for too. That's what we want for them, for their families. And if you leave town or you do all the things you should and nothing happens, then you do what we did and you went, okay, well, I was ready if it came.
Yep.
Thankfully, it didn't.
As long as it goes well, it goes well.
Absolutely.
But to know that we were ready is the main thing people need to know. You were ready for the worst, and the EOC had all kinds of services lined up, and I would rather return those than take them in.
We put in, so in the days in advance of the storm, some people don't know how this works, but through the framework that we do, we put in requests for resources that we don't, we're, as a small city, we don't have all the things to deal with something like that. Nobody does. And so we put in requests to go through the county, that go up to the state level, and the governor was working, and they were kind of stacking resources in strategic areas. So whoever got hardest hit as soon as the storm passed, they started distributing those resources. And that's what happened. But as soon as we kind of got a reprieve, we immediately then went and started canceling the things that we asked for that we didn't need, so they could be sent to other locations. So
how I'm going to ask this, because I don't know that I asked this that day. How is it working with the state government in an EOC like that? What's your take?
Well, the way our system works is, even though it files up to the state, we actually work with Sarasota County. So everything goes from our EOC through Sarasota County and then to the state. So we rarely deal directly with the state on something unless the county bypasses it. But like all of our requests and everything, they have to go through Sarasota County and then up to the state level. So we don't, again, directly, we don't deal with them a whole lot. But our partners in the county are great.
They do.
And we communicated regularly, EOC staff to EOC staff, fire department to fire department. city government, city officials to city officials. So, all those things are kind of working together.
And you and I have been working on a little project to have the fire department on the second Monday of the month. Are you super excited about that?
Yeah, I think it'll be great.
It'll be fantastic. Yeah. We're going to learn a lot about the fire department and a lot of things along the way. And the citizens have a chance when you're on to Q&A then too. So
please, I hope if they have questions, gear them up now and be ready to ask, because I can talk forever. I really can. But I have a huge passion for the service that we provide, the service that we're in, the things that we do, and being here in the city. I've been here 31 years and seen a lot of changes, and it's exciting to see all of that, see the growth, and see, certainly I have a lot of pride in our department. Our people do just an amazing job. They make my job very easy. It's an honor to represent them and to share that with the community. So
fantastic. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, buddy. All right, have a great night.
All right, take care.
Commissioner White. Mayor White's in the house. You're live on the air, Mayor.
I am.
Yeah,
I love all these gadgets.
I did my hair for you.
What is this?
It's a pop-it. Super stress. So the next time a hurricane's going over your house,
This
it
reminds
gives
me
you
of
something to do with your hands.
What was that? Before your time. What was that game? You would put the discs and whoever got.
Like the one that's right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Connect4.
Connect4.
Yes, that's what I thought this was, something like that. Yeah.
I didn't have Connect4 back then when I was a kid. Did I? I don't think I did.
Probably not. This was in the 60s.
It's a newer model.
We had all the board games.
So why should citizens come out to events like this that support the city in their efforts to communicate?
Because they can get the real information. They can actually get the facts and find out what really is real. Because unfortunately there is misinformation circulating, and this is where they can really get their questions answered. Questions that may not be on those fact sheets, like say, what about this? What about that? And they can actually get somebody who's an expert, because that's their department, to answer that specific question.
Fantastic. Thanks for taking time.
Okay.
Enjoy your night. Get some food. The food out there looks it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm going to slide over here and get one last commissioner. I'm going to slide over and get Phil Stokes real quick. I'm going to bump in for a second. Hold that. Real quick. Why should the citizens come out and get involved in stuff like this?
Because knowledge is power. The more people know about what's going on in their city, the better able they are to judge whether or not their city is doing a good job for them, and better able they are to articulate their interests, their needs. So people should get involved whenever they can.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. There were 3 commissioners here tonight, and I got all 3, so did my job.
Yeah, but I was the most articulate.
What's that?
I was the most articulate.
Yes, you were.
Don't bullshit.
Thanks, man. Hi, Lance.
How you doing?
I'm good, buddy. All right, so being part of this event is a big thing. It's huge. The amount of people that came through so far is amazing. There's plenty of food left, so if you're out and about, please come and enjoy some food, ask questions of your city. It's the most important part that you can play as a citizen, is a citizen who's involved. John Rawlings saying thanks. This is John Rawlings with WKDW Radio, 97.5 FM, your emergency broadcasting network. I want to thank Remax Palm Realty for being a major sponsor. Also, Lions Titles coming on board next week. I want to thank them, and I want to thank Justin and Katie Box at Hardin Insurance Group on Toledo Blade. Amazing sponsorship from them. It's very important to participate in this, and also understand that we offer packages for $65 a month to advertise on the radio, and it really helps us out. So as a nonprofit organization like multiples out here, it's important to support and share the knowledge and strength. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.